outside. We hide voting controls. Yeah, cool. So, my objective was like, we go here, the notes. So, I mean, objective in the sense. So, I was tracking on these layers primarily the infra, the compute, and then the storage, then the network layers. Uh, so, yeah. In this networking layer, like the IP, IPv4, IPv6, public IP, private IP, and then you should be able to identify that which is the public private series. And then private, you cannot access outside. Public always will be the unique. And then public IPs can't be the duplicate, and you cannot assign to one person if it is assigned. And so when you type a URL, like for example, when you type a www.abc.com or www.google.com, by seeing this name, there are some things in the background like protocol, port number, and then this name will be converted into an IP address. So when you open a browser that is called HTTP client, so all these things, so you wanted to have in mind in your mind flow, like mind mapping. So whenever we go for these are the topics. So like the protocol, when you type in a browser, like previous to this session, like if you know that already, that is well and good. If when you're attending this session, when you open a browser, when you type a name, you know, right now some things are going behind. So this will be the domain hosted zone, and then the .com hosted zone. In this record sets will be there. So these are the things you should have in the mind mapping. That is what my objective. So in the networking area. So we went through the yesterday the DNS flow. Like the another name for DNS is called the Route 53. So why we call Route 53, like that is the name given by AWS. The 53 is the default port number for DNS, like HTTP 80, HTTPS 443, SSH 22. Same way the DNS default port number is the 53. So to make it like I mean to say cache name, they made kind of the Route 53. So you can call DNS or Route 53 both one and the same keywords. Yeah. So let me go here just 2 minutes because I'll be revisiting these topics. It's not the one-time stop. So because these are the core topics, whenever like if you are strong on the core, next layer will be the application layer. So it will be easy. So I'll be revisiting these keywords a lot of times. Don't think this is the one time we did. So 2 minutes, I'll review the yesterday keywords once. Yeah. So we went through the some kind of interview. I mean to say normal usual questions like SaaS layer. So when you are accessing Facebook.com, you don't know what OS they are using, the storage, the where is the data center. Some information we know, but the how much RAM, how much storage, like the OS and all, we will not come to know as a SaaS layer. If you go to the Facebook DevOps team, if you join their infrastructure team, you know it like what these layers they are using, how much RAM, CPU, how much hard disk they are using, what public IPs, private IPs, or what is that like DNS names, how the DNS name mapped. So all those things we will get to know. So our job, like you will be running these SaaS applications. Your job is to run the SaaS applications, but how the SaaS applications will work, that is not our job. Our job is to make sure that SaaS application without going down, and then manage this infrastructure for the SaaS layer. Our job mainly will involve in the IaaS layer. So one of your, like you can say that in the interview related, for example, one of the line, I worked on the infrastructure layer to support the SaaS applications, that you can say that. Okay. So as an like in the IaaS, three things I'll repeat for some days: compute, network, storage. The I was going to the network layer. In the network, first formula is human needs names, machine needs numbers. When I say numbers, like phone number, phone doesn't need a name, right? When you type a name, it converts to the number, phone number. The same way, when you type a name in your laptop browser, the HTTP client, that will be converted into an IP address. That IP address, not only that thing will be there will be the port number. The port number will be inside the application. It will be assigned one port, one application. You cannot assign the same port to multiple applications. You will get an error, bind error and all. So IP will help you to reach to that mission, the public IP or private IP. Public IPs will be, you can access from outside, which is called internet or public. Private IPs like ATM or bank applications or some kind of secured one. You need to go to that network zone, then only they'll get accessed. Public IPs you can access anywhere, like Facebook, Gmail, Hotstar, Netflix. You take any Amazon, like the Flipkart one, shopping, whatever you are accessing outside, all those are called internet or public domain. There are the majority times, like you will work for public as well. Your job will work with the private. We as a DevOps guy, our job is to make sure the things in secure. So majority times we work in the private, but we will expose them into the public, that we will see the flow. That is the thing. So public IP, private IP, you should be able to identify that. If someone gives you the private IP access outside, you have to identify that, hey, this is the private IP, you cannot access outside. Can you tell me if I need to install any tool to access that IP address? These are the basics you should have it as a DevOps guy. So when you see in URL format, there will be protocol, HTTP or HTTPS, HTTP 80, HTTPS 443. At the end, colon port number will be there. In between name or IP address. When you type a name, mandatory, it will be converted into an IP address. If you want to know how it is converting, run a command called NSLOOKUP. The NSLOOKUP will give you the IP address relevant for that. If you try accessing with IP address, that IP address again will reach to the server, the same destination. So two things are very important. IP and port number will help you to reach to that mission. So, and then the protocol depends upon the applications what you are using. Like browser is HTTP client. There are some other clients are there. So these are the ones. So yesterday we went through one of the core topic. You will get this question a lot of times in the interview. Like this is how they ask is, can you tell me like how google.com works or xyz.com works? When they ask it, their target is like, you are well on the networking layer, and then the basic, the port number, IP address. So that is what, if you know this basic core concept, on top of that, setting up the DevOps applications, bit easy. But these are the core topics they're expecting from you. So as I was saying, right, machine never understands names. As I said, it need an IP address. So you gave a name to convert this name into IP address. So first it will look into that. I was going through that some kind of flow here. First it will look into that in your local. In our local, there is a file called the host file. Where is this guy? I had given yesterday. First, it will check in the local. When you type a name in the browser, then obviously we won't store, right? Hotstar or Facebook, we never store those IP addresses in our local host file. So automatically the name will get resolved. The name will get resolved to the IP address automatically. How automatically? It will go to the ISP. ISP will take your name. At the end, it will prepend the dot, like facebook.com. Last at the end will be the dot. After com, dot. If you're accessing netflix.com, netflix.com, at the end, it will prepend with dot. So ISP will prepend, and then it will send to the root name server. Root name server is nothing but a dot. From there, under the dot, you will have com, net, org, like that. So based upon the name .com, it will go to the .com related name servers. Under those name servers, again, you will have a lot of name servers, because under .com, you will have a like lot of naming convention, alphabetical series, blah, blah, something. So it will go to that hosted zone related servers. In that hosted zone, you will have a record set. There are the record sets, DNS names. Like if you have a name with IP, such kind of record type is called a record. Just a second. If we save in localhost file, what happens? 1 second, I'll come on this. Okay. So if you have a name with IP address in the DN here, that such kind of thing is called record. Let's say, for example, sometimes you will not get IP address. So if you create for a website, sometimes you will get a name. This name you cannot remember very easily. Like for example, abcxyz1234.amazon.com. That name will be very difficult. So in that case, that name who is giving, AWS will give. So in that case, they had given a name, and IPs they will manage. How they will manage, that is out of scope for us. So for me, I got a name from AWS, and then I wanted to bigger name, and then I don't want to give that bigger name to end users. I want to give a short name. In this case, I'll go with the name combination that you can think A alias or C name record. Both are same. So in the interviews, they'll ask you what is C name record, name with the name, A record, obviously the number and the name. So thumb rule, mention never under son's names. I'm repeating a lot of times. How it goes with this flow. First local and then ISP, next root, TLD, and then here is the host also. This total flow is called, in AWS, there is a topic is called Route 53 that will come under this section. This is the anyone wanted to ask any queries?
Yeah, yeah. Let's say if you have tried to access the web page by using directly the IP, then there will be the reverse lookup process, right? Will it will be the same flow or else is there any difference?
If you use, for example, like if you use IP address,
Yeah.
it don't go to the DNS at all.
Okay.
DNS.
Okay.
Directly it will go to the site. Sometimes the Google people, what they do, they don't allow you to enter with IP address. They'll again convert into the name. That's why.
Yeah, the conversion, how it will happen, like
That we will do. That we will come to our topic. In a
okay.
part of the job that is there. You need a little context topics on that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Whenever you come with an IP address, converting that IP into the name, that we will see that later.
Okay.
It is. So for your question, if you are going with IP address, this total it will get skipped. Directly, like simple. When you type, you took a mobile, you type a number, like directly it will reach, right? It doesn't convert into that phone will does internally like finding and all, but it will reach very fastly. Like the communication will be very fast if you use IP address. There is no conversion and all. Directly reach to the server. That's it. Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Thank you.
So
TLD is another layer.
so
Domains. TLD, top level domains. So
So-
that is another layer or how it is?
sorry, Manjusri, what is it?
TLD, from root server, it will redirect.
Top level domains. Top level domains. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is also one layer or
Yeah, layer in the sense those are all called servers. You think in the servers, physical servers. These are all will be maintained by the, like in our government, there is a police department, something, right? Like separate education department. These are all will be maintained by the internet organizations. They will make sure that these are the physical servers only. These are. Yeah. Yes, this is another layer in the sense. What do you mean? Something layer?
so in the server itself, I thought from root server, it will just redirect it to that domain.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. The root server, what it says, let's say you went with www.abc.com. Root server says, I don't have IP address for that, but I'll because in your name, there is a .com is there. You can go to the .com servers, search there, the root server will forward to the TLDs here, like .com, .in, .org, .gov. Yeah, these are the ones. So now, right, the searching will be very fast, right? No need to search here and all. Now, immediately my search will go to under .com only. Yes. So, yes, the root server will forward the request to TLDs. Yes. Yeah. So I'll be like, with networking is not one-time stop like for us here. We'll be continuing here in the infrastructure, compute storage. We'll be going towards little the some other layers like compute storage. So this is the network flow till here we went. So when I start like the cloud related topics with the hands-on, we will revisit the networking every day. Those topics will be there. If I'm connecting to the server, these are the backbones of the core topics will come, whatever we went through. Okay, the public IP, private IP name, blah blah and all, port number, protocol, the security group, all will come again. Okay. So I'll be entering towards other networking components layer. Okay. So help me here with a little interactive way. Okay. So you have a phone. I'll take some use cases, examples, and then we'll go towards clearly the technical keywords. Okay. I have a phone, and then when I say phone, like when you are purchasing it, so we will be seeing the CPU, the RAM, and then the storage, I think we don't see the network layer, right? But network is the one of the important layer. Okay. So when you take a photo, like for example in your phone, where it gets stored,
Gallery.
where it is getting stored in these three layers, like sorry, among these
Storage.
yeah,
Storage.
storage. Now storage it got stored. Now phone you used for like few years and then you want to return to back to the some, there is a very good come, you get an offer, buy back something, and then you want to return this phone. And then if you do you return like this, or you will remove some card, right? Something from the phone and then you will attach. Nowadays
card.
everything is internal, like think it little olden days.
SD card will remove and
Yeah. So SD card. Now in the SD card, what data is there right now? The personal data, like something and all, right? Now you will attach this SD card to another phone. Do we get the same
Yes.
data or not? Do we lose anything?
yes,
Yeah, we'll get.
we'll get same data.
We get the same data. Okay. Just keep this. I'll connect the dots. Just be with me. Okay. Now you have a laptop. When I say laptop, say that raw computer. There is no OS. There is no OS. No OS. No OS. Just CPU, RAM. Here a disk, which is called storage. And then for laptop, what will be the networking component? Network component will get
NIC card.
yeah.
Ethernet.
Or NIC, or this is called the network layer. Okay, cool. Now you got the hardware. This layer is called hardware, and then you need to install one component, right, on this hardware.
Yes.
Yes.
OS.
OS. How do you like? How do we install? Like, so you guys could have some. Sorry.
Through bootable pen drive or like CD.
Yeah, you got a pen drive. So
We boot the OS.
yeah, pen drive you bought. Here is the pen drive. Inside the pen drive, what is there? This is the image. OS image. Can I use this pen OS image to for multiple? I have thousands of laptops. Can I use this same pen drive to
Yes.
boot up the OS?
Yes.
Or in AWS, we call this as a AMI. Amazon Machine Image. You think it. This is the image. So by using this image, you can bring up many laptops. We don't call them laptops. We call as a servers. I'll come that keyword. Okay. So think that for me, since you guys told OS image, I don't want to wait till another keyword. I brought is a keyword called here. Also we call image. Instead of they had a branding name Amazon image. There are a lot of Amazon images are there. Linux, Windows, like Apple, like many are there. They have a lot of AMIs are there. AMI means think that will it be running? This guy will be running, or just it's a template. This won't run at all until you insert to another laptop, you boot up, then next it will run on the laptop. With this pen drive, you can connect to the lot of laptops, right? What was the one more? CD also you can use, right? CD. I don't know nowadays that laptops are getting CD or not. Many, I mean, drive. So you get connected to the pen drive. You think you got the pen drive. You connected to this hardware laptop, just a laptop. So we will do that booting process. So this I'll say that install the OS something, right? Next time done. OS you did installed. Next time, do you need this pen drive again next time? So where is that OS stored?
Hard disk.
It is in the hard disk. It's in next time onwards, when you switch on your laptop, the OS is coming from pen drive or from local hard disk?
From local hard disk with bootable.
Local hard disk. It doesn't come the pen drive. Next, so next time I have one more laptop. What I'll do, I'll connect the same pen drive, which is called the image. From there again, I will boot it, and then the same process install and all, right? Next time onwards. So keep this thought. Okay. So where is your OS right now? It's in the hard disk. Let me put it like this. Easy way. Hardware, OS, you installed the OS. Where is the OS? Right now it is in the thing that storage, which is the storage is called hard disk. Yeah, cool. Now let me put it here one more. Hardware, you have a OS. On top of OS, now I wanted to install application. Last time we installed 2 applications right in my laptop. Can you someone name them? I installed 2 applications.
Postman,
Postman and
Postman,
Gitbash.
Dash.
Postman, or one more is the Git Bash. So when you are installing the Git Bash or Postman, they are getting installed on top of the OS. That OS is managing internally. Like, so you are giving the English related keywords here like easily. When you type English keyword, yesterday I was typing in my Git Bash, I was typing NS lookup, something keyword I'm typing. This NS lookup is our English keyword, but machine never understands English. It
Name.
needed like kind of, you think, low level language. They call it as a zero and ones. You know, majority no, but just I'm bringing one more because I have seen recently companies are asking these basic core questions. Application layer is easy. Core is very like people need it. So this is that people they say that high level language. So who is converting from high level language to the low level language here in between?
Compiler.
Yeah, here, yes,
OS
there will be
compiler.
lot of components, but high level we call as a OS. The OS is the one who is helping you to converting from high level language to low level language, and then utilizing this hardware layer and all. Okay, cool. So let me bring one more layer. Hardware you have, OS you have. On top of this, you are having the applications. So we interact with applications. End user. We interact with applications. That applications will get into the OS, then they'll interact. So when you install any application, whatever the data you are pumping, like you are using MS Word, you created a document where it is getting stored internally, in which layer here?
Hardware. Storage.
It is the storage layer. Now, like yeah, storage layer, this thing, keep it keywords.
RAM, right? RAM.
Yeah, RAM, let's say for example, RAM will be let's say you did a switch off and then switch on the whatever the data, like it will get lost. I'm telling, I'll come to that permanent storage, the temporary storage. For now, you think the storage is nothing but, yes, RAM plus, I'll say that both of them. But yeah, RAM is the temporary storage, hard disk is the permanent storage. Yes,
Permanent storage.
RAM also will store, but RAM is the temporary. Even if you close that file, gone. Again, you need to reopen it and all something. Yes. If you ask me that under the storage, RAM also will be one of the storage, but it is the temporary storage. So, yeah, meaning of OS, operating system. Okay, cool. Now, so keep this thought. Whatever the data you are pumping from the applications are you are storing, it is behind on the hard disk. It is storing in the hard disk. In between, who is helping to store this flow is the OS guy. You cannot store directly on the hard disk. The OS will help you to how to store that data and all. Okay, good. Let me ask one more question. Somewhere you could have regularly will be using whenever you took a photo in your laptop. Sorry, when you take a photo in your phone, somewhere the photo is uploading. Majority phones are getting default to that application. What?
Google
Cloud.
Drive.
Photos, Google
Google
Photos.
Drive.
Google Drive.
Can I say
iCloud.
that Google? Oh, sorry, not cloud. Google Drive. Can I say, yeah, iCloud. Okay, yeah, true. So now, okay, now can I say these are also kind of storage? Yeah, because something because from your something is coming because C. Oh yeah, yeah, that's okay. Maybe. Okay. So now it is also kind of storage. Where did in this scenario, right? Where did you install the OS here in the here laptop case? Hard disk.
Hardware based.
Yeah.
Storage.
Hard disk. Can I say hard disk is a kind of storage? This is also Google Drive also storage, right? Can we install the OS on top of the Google Drive? Why can't we install?
Not have access. We will not have
Under the control of vendor.
Sorry? Yeah.
That is it for
Don't have permissions
storage purpose.
basically.
Yeah, let me go here. Like they also will be using hard disk, but they have one application. They have some kind of application, which is kind of, you can say that Google Drive, for example. This Google Drive is something they designed this one in such a way that it doesn't have the capability to install that OS. You can think for now. We'll come to that. Okay. So I'll say that these kind of these kind of storage types are wherever we cannot install something, right? Such kind of storage we call as a say that Google Drive or Photos. You could have listen the Dropbox something. These are all called object storage. Object storage. This wherever you installing, right? This thing, hard disk or something, right? This kind of storage is called block storage. So keep this. Whenever you upload a photo, right? I was giving an example, right? Google, they'll also use hard disk, but they have an application. This application, whenever you do upload a photo, right here, this application, what it does, it will, this total video or photo, for example, they will do chunking. They'll do cut, like, for example, you are uploading 5 GB. They will do that chunking 1 GB, 1 GB. They'll use some lot of hard disk. 1 GB will go to another hard disk. Somewhere they'll store like something. But if you want to have a OS and all, it shouldn't get chunked. OS should be sequentially. Like when you store in hard disk, let's say, for example, when you purchase a land, someone will do right survey, like something from here feed to here. They'll give, right? In hard disk also, there will be like kind of internally, there will be blocks will be there. 0 block, 1 block, 2 block, 3 block, till some kind of storage. If you wanted to install the OS, you should have sequential blocks, not the behind somewhere the 1 GB will store, some in another hard disk 1 GB will store. It shouldn't be there. The Google Drive, the other object storage, they could have designed in such a way that it won't be the sequential. It will be somewhere randomly they'll store. Whenever you are retrieving it, this application will retrieve from lot of hard disk and then they'll give a single video. That is the one thing. So if OS will not work in such a way that because OS need a very fast to put up lot of softwares, right? So that's why here the data, whatever they're storing, they're not storing in the sequentially, and they're not using the block kind of sequential. They're using the object way. It will store in a lot of places. That's why we are not being allowed to install the, I mean, there is a no possibility to install the Google Drive. So they'll ask, you will get this kind of question. Why can't we install the OS or application? I wanted to install the MS Word on the Google Drive. Why can't we install? So the Google Drive guys, they're using whatever the data you are giving, they are storing on different hard disk layers. Let me give an image. So for example, this is the drive, the application. They use a lot of storage devices or this lot of storage they'll have. Storage. So when you upload any kind of video, this drive application, what it does, it will do chunking. Chunking in the sense it will divide your total video. Like for example, 10 GB or like let's say that 1 GB. This 1 GB they'll do chunking. Some part will store here, some part, one replica will store here, some partition will store here, something they'll do. So that is how they design it. Like, let's say, for example, you stored a drive video, like, for example, some years back. When you're retrieving, will it be slow or it will be like fast?
Slow and we have
So-
to download it.
It is a bit slow, right? I mean to say, this is not being frequently accessed and all something. So because it has to collect the data from across lot of systems, lot of hard drives. That's where it will be bit slow. This kind of storage is called, I'm bringing a technical keyword, object storage. What is object? Whatever you store. Like, for example, the video or the document or PDF or resume or like whatever you store into the drive, everything is called a object. Object storage. This is. So now let me do. If you go to the block storage, two things: object storage versus block storage. If you go to the block storage, you won't be having multiple hard disk. I mean, you will be having, but whenever they store the data, they won't do chunking and all. So your data will be stored at, like, for example, sequential blocks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can think continuous memory, yeah, sequential blocks. So when you install, it will be the same thing. Like, for example, your laptop. This kind of storage is called block. So, which is like, where do you prefer to install the softwares, block storage or object storage? So as
Block
a
storage.
Block storage.
block storage. Keep this thought. Block storage is nothing but pen drive, or you can think it's a hard disk. So I'll give a very, already you know this. This is called hard disk. So we prefer it. So then why do we use object storage?
Or faster. Okay.
Yeah, yes. Block will be very speed. It will be speed. Yeah. Why do we use object storage? Like, object storage is nothing but, you know already, that drive. In AWS, there is a service called S3. Yeah, I'll say that definitions later. For now, just I'm bringing a keyword. Object storage is nothing but S3. Why do we use it? Why do we use storage object? I'll tell you. Very simple, you know, like Netflix, Hotstar. Majority companies, like, for example, you know, Animal Planet or this guy, the Geography channel, are you know, right, these people, you go to Hyderabad, you go to Bangalore, there are a lot of cameras 24/7, they're capturing your videos and the traffic videos. All such data to store on the disk is very costly. This object storage, right, compared to the costly and all, right, very like cost wise, very like it doesn't much cost, first thing, that is the one. And then you can store lot of data scale wise. Like, today I'll keep 1 terabyte, tomorrow I can keep 10 terabytes, you can keep. This is very costly. And then some limitations are there, like you need some hard disk will capable of certain storage capacity only, something like this way. So why do we use? Majority times storage purpose. Yeah, exactly. Scalable. So where do we install applications? Block storage. Let's say, for example, I'll say, for example, okay, I have a one video streaming application. So where do you install this video streaming application? Oh, yes, yeah. So from where the videos will come?
Storage.
Drive.
Yes. Which storage do you prefer? Yes, block storage or object storage?
Object storage.
Can I use block storage if I wanted?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
can
can
use.
You can use it, but the interview, they'll be looking these kind of Always remember, if you attend Amazon interview, they'll give you this kind of use case to you. Hey, can you design an application video streaming? Just bring what are the layers you wanted for this. You can say that I'll install on the OS, then I will use a hard disk. But yes, case one. But in future, what they'll say that, hey, this company is growing a lot. How do you handle in this case? So whatever the solution you are giving, that should be scalable. So this is the install OS. What is this here? Block storage and videos comes from which storage? Object storage. Object storage. This is the what. So like nowadays, you could have seen lot of all our OTT applications. Behind they're storing all their videos in the object storage. They will stream those via these applications like this. You can think. Yeah. Any questions you want to ask on this? Cool. So let me give you something. One kind of scenario. Yeah. Let's say, for example, the behind, right? Let's say whenever AWS, when you created this object storage, you will ask AWS, hey, give me that. They will give you the specific location only. Like in India, we have 2 data centers, right? One is Hyderabad and one Mumbai. So you will have an option where to store that video. You have an option. Yes. There is no, if you want access, there is one more feature you need to enable it across all the. But you can access from India data, you can access from other places, but it will be a bit slow. To make it faster, you need to have some extra. There is a fast layer that we'll see. Yeah.
For security reasons, where we want, we can store it, right?
Yeah. That GDPR rules are there. Like something that security you can. I mean, it's not some security. It's a business, right? They're doing it. Security, that is our job. How to make the business in the secure way, that is our job. Sometimes some GDPR rules will come. Like now, Pakistan people, they don't like, they give the one website to some TCS company, right? They won't allow to store in India data center. They'll ask to some other place, for example, in such a way. There are some securities, but make sure security is our job. You can store anywhere, but giving that secure way, that is our job. I mean, security reasons, they won't deny it to store some places and all. Yeah. Cool. Let me give for image. Go for image. So you should know that 2 keywords are very important here. I'll repeat again. One is the block storage, and another is the object storage. One of the example I had given is the S3. Here in block storage, I was giving one example called a hard disk. Hard disk, another name we call as a volume model. Another name we call as a EBS volume. Elastic block storage. This is the name we give it for this. Elastic block storage. So elastic means I'll come on this like more detailed. I'll come to the some here. For now, you think today you have 50 GB. Tomorrow I need 1 terabyte. There is a feasibility. You have a lot. You will get the data. Such type of thing is called elastic. Then I used 1 terabyte data. I don't want next day. I wanted 1 GB again. Yes, you can ask to the AWS, hey, I don't want, you take this back. I want it back. So elastic means like you can scale whatever needed, and then you can reduce also. Increase and then decrease. Such kind of thing is called the elastic thing. So keep this 2 keywords are important. Why do we prefer block storage? To install the applications. Why do we prefer object storage? To store the data. What is object? Anything, whatever you upload, video, pen, document, or anything you upload, that such kind of thing is called the object. 2 keywords are very important here for me. So you should know that when to use what. That is what our job, DevOps job. Never store. If there is something like, for example, as a backup, never store that backup in the block storage. Always prefer an object storage. I am not using some data. Don't keep in the hard disk. Hard disk is the cost. It is a very costly one. Let me tell you the cost. For example, if it is charging here 1,000 rupees, here it will charge 10 rupees. So such kind of deviations is there. So Don't prefer backup data or some storage data in the block storage in the hard disk. Prefer S3. One of our job.
Okay. Sir, S3 is what? Sorry, I missed.
I have not told any definition. Just keep it as a drive, Google Drive.
Okay.
Prefer. Yeah. Let's say that S3. Let's say, for example, you will get a one job, migration from 1 second. We will get a one kind of job, migration from some one place to another place. So migration of data. First, blindly say that we will store the data in S3. S3. Okay. Don't prefer the hard disk one. Okay. So let me save this one. Now I'll revisit to that place, the flow again. What I was telling, right? You have a phone and the SDs is what is that?
So the example, sir.
Sorry. Okay. What is that phone will have that? What is the one you are calling? Something, right? Storage device. What is? Yeah, sorry, SD card. Yeah, the memory chip. And then laptop is having
Hard disk.
disk. So these are called infra. When I say infra, compute, storage,
Network.
network, which is very important in this. Let's say, for example, in your laptop, your laptop is having RAM, CPU, and your laptop is having NIC, and your laptop have a hard disk as well. And then you use laptop for some years, like you used for 5 years, and then you want to exchange. So among when you are exchanging it, among which is the one very critical for you?
Storage.
Because all your data is there. You can unplug that hard disk. You can connect to another laptop. You can get back, right? Same data. Okay. In the storage, what and all are there? What and all are there like in hard disk? Applications are there and your data. Now you unplugged that hard disk. You brought one more hardware and you plugged it back. You connected this back. Do you get the same data or not? For example, if you have more technical skills, you get it.
You'll get it.
Same data. So in the infrastructure, one of very important component is you can rebuild this layer again. If you lost this data, it will be very problematic. So always one of the important layer is the storage. So when you are moving from one place to another place, we will leave these components. I can bring this back, but I need to take this somewhere and then again I have to get it. Then only you will have all your data, right? Whatever been stored, like. So keep it very important. Storage is a very important assessment whenever doing some kind of, when someone asks you to migrate, first question always ask, don't ask RAM, OS, network. First question ask how much storage you have. That is the first question you need to ask it, because that is what our job, cost estimation, and then how much time you need to transfer the data from one place to one place. That is what we do during the migration, right? You need to ask the first question is storage, then the time, because, and then the cost also. These are the things we will as a DevOps guy, you should evaluate this kind of parameters. Okay, cool. Now, so let me go here. I was telling you, right? We don't work for laptop. We don't work for the phones. Our job is to work for the, let me keep it. Our job is to work for servers. So you could have seen, right? What is the server's place? Where they will keep the servers?
Data centers.
Data center. One more name?
Region.
Availability zones.
Availability zones.
Yeah, availability zone. These are the names, zones. Okay, cool. So you think physical server is equal to minimal laptop. The problem with the laptop is limited. Limited in infra. When I say limited in the sense, these are very limited. Like if you will not get the terabytes of RAM, you will not get it. You will not get the number of core CPUs here. Very limited. If we go here, what is the keyword? Unlimited, and then the scale, and then I'll say that elastic. You will get lot of resources here. So if you run laptop for 24/7, 365 days, your laptop will get bombarded, crashed, right? If you go to the servers, they have the capability. They have designed servers in such a way. Good. So what in the data center, what they do normally, let me give it the way they design it. There will be servers, right? Like this, blah, blah, servers. You could have used the laptops, IBM laptops, ThinkPad, or some kind of laptop, right? HCL or Lenovo laptops, right? Our laptops are, because we are the end users, we don't know how to separate things and all, right? Like as you bring a external hard disk, right? The same way they'll separate the servers like this. There will be compute server. There will be compute servers like this. Compute. They'll use a separate server for storage, separate SAN servers only. Here, there is no hard disk. They won't keep the hard disk here. Separately, they'll keep an hard disk. They design such a way, separately. Here, like this. So, all these, they'll connect kind of cable, like you connect your external hard disk, right, with the kind of, they'll use very speed cables here. There is no latency center. So they'll connect. In case, like for example, some floods, some kind of earthquake came. In this, what component they'll take immediately? They'll take this device separately. They'll connect this total storage into another place again, something. Keep it this place, okay? I mean, keep it this keyboard. So among this, as I was saying, if you go to the data center also, in data center, they'll separate the component. There will be separate computing component will be there. There is a separate storage layer will be there. So let's say, for example, this is in India, for example. If they want to take the backup, they'll take the backup from compute, or this is which one we need to take backup, compute layer or storage layer?
Storage layer.
So what they do, they'll take this total backup. Some in another country, they will mirror this data. They'll mirror it. Such backup place, I'll say that. Sorry, I was unable to draw the image complete. You say that there are a lot of compute. All they'll attach to the storage. They'll take this backup. They'll store in another place. Other country or other place. That place is called DR. Disaster recovery. You should know, as a DevOps guy, you should know these kind of keywords. Some companies every year they'll do DR kind of, or like some regularly there is an primary issue in one data center. They'll divert all the requests to the another location. They'll bring another location down. So you should know these kind of keywords, DR. So my primary objective here to say that in the infrastructure, one of the layer was storage layer. In the data center, there will be separate storage, like the servers will be there. Like storage server. In the storage server, majority components are called hard disks only. They'll have like lot of hard disk. If you open the IBM, there are some companies who are very, very good in manufacturing these storage servers. One of the like IBM, there are like NetApp. These companies, they won't make the compute in network. The famous one is the Cisco. Like there are a number of companies, AT&T and all. So among them, storage is very famous. Storage servers, IBM, NetApp, like Lenovo. Some storage they use HCL kind of. So among these, so they release a separate server will be there. Remaining, they'll be like compute and all. There will be some network servers. So majority times they'll take this data, they'll store in some other data center. The data center is called the DR1. So any questions you want to ask? Okay, cool. So
we will be accessing the backup one or backup storage or this main storage.
the backup also, like for example, if there is an impact to the primary one, right? So the backup, the applications, whatever the applications, right? Let's say, let me go here with the image. Okay, so that yeah, you know the story already, right? This one, you know. Okay, you know already DNS. You know, I'll go with from scratch. Okay, you are typing, for example, Netflix.com. This Netflix is running, you think, in India, for example, okay, data center. There is a one server will be running, and this server is having, they have stored these total videos into another server. They won't keep in the same. This you think computer network, this layer, computer network. And this one is the storage server. So they'll take this backup in another country, you think. This is India, in Mumbai, you think. Mumbai is, they have region Hyderabad. And there is a nearest to India is the Singapore one. So they'll take the backup here. Now, so when you type it Netflix, right, this server is having IP address, public IP, like 34567890. Okay, this is the public IP they have. So they have published this public IP in the DNS one. Now, what Netflix will be doing behind, because they wanted to handle the business, right? If there is a problem in the India, there will be backup setup will be there. This is called primary. Majority companies, they'll maintain it. Whichever critical business, right, they'll maintain. I'll say one thumb rule. If they don't have DR and all, then such kind of application, they'll not critical one. Critical one, every company, they'll maintain the DR. This is the secondary. Or I'll say that passive. Bring the technical keyboard. This is the active. Now, so whenever Netflix, they'll upload a movie, it will go to the storage. That storage data will come to your right backup. It is coming to Singapore now. Immediately it will come, like there will be little latency, but immediately the data will be coming.
Sir, every request it will update backup also, or after few requests it will update in the backup.
When you say request means, what is that?
No, every transaction, every.
It's automatic process, right? I think.
Yeah. So no. Yeah, we'll come to that. Who is tracking that money? Your money.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So when you say what is that request means, like something. You take a Netflix example. Take a Netflix example. Go with the practical.
Suppose if I try to log in, that data will be stored some like it will store in somewhere, right? So login.
Yeah,
that
you
will be stored in.
You mean to say you logged into Netflix.com, and then when you type in Netflix.com, you know this flow, right? DNS will get an IP address, and then it will go here. Yes, it will store in the storages, saying that you have logged in. It will be in this, and then it will store in the immediately. The backup will go automatically here. Yes, it will go. Yes.
Okay. Thanks.
Now I think someone must read the question. Yeah. No. Yeah, no. Yeah, different IPs. You can't have the same IPs. I think someone was asking, right? I think Manjusri, you are the one who was asking, right, this question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sorry. Like this is the flow. Now you ask me the question here. Yeah.
Yeah, so as soon as we type netflix.com,
Mhm.
so it will, let's say if I want to watch some video, so then it will get it from the main storage or from the backup storage.
Here, which in this, right, you have two regions right now. Now your request is going in this flow. Which region it is going here?
India.
Yeah. So this is the primary storage. Now, if there is a problem in this, there is a
Okay.
problem.
And
Now,
then
yeah,
some issue, some problem occurs, then it will connect to backup and gets the data.
yeah. That is not your job. Netflix will have a DevOps team, right? So they will get to know there is a problem on this India. What they do, they'll route this. For example, they'll update DNS with this Singapore IPs. Now, because already your total data is replicated to the in Singapore, right? This they'll take care of that. DevOps team only they'll take care. So from storage to replication, they'll be doing it. So they'll route in the DNS. Next time onwards, when you type not type, maybe little slow will be there, but you will not be observing it. The automatically your request will come to the Singapore now. That's how they handle it behind. Yeah. No, this will be the cloud provider. They'll take it. We will not be having the granular how to do replication. We will not be having. You will have only one keyword replication button, and then they'll ask you which country. That's it. They'll take it immediately. No, you don't have it. No, you don't have it. You don't have it. Yeah, we don't have that. So if you want to, you can take a separate storage. You can install those applications again the old method like NetApp blah blah something. Then you can. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. True. That is good. So
Sir,
yeah.
Just
so
one question.
you meant from second time it will get the data from backup?
Yes, this is backup, but we will not call as a backup this one now. This passive will become as active right later. Then
Like
it will be this will be the main storage only until this India becomes again back. Yeah, for your question, yes, it comes from the backup only. Yeah.
And then that backup will sync up with our main storage, right?
Yes.
Active.
Yes. That vice versa will be there. Yes. Yeah. That's how the job.
Backup recovery can be in multiple places as well. Not
Yeah.
if
They have some limitation for databases like 5 regions. It depends upon the database types. 5 regions. Yeah. You can store maximum like 5 places or something. They have some limitations, but you can store some different places. Yeah.
even
it's
if
again cost consuming, right?
Yeah,
You are
obviously.
keeping in multiple
For
places.
yeah, 3 things they'll charge. I'm very core on you go to any cloud, any data science, they'll charge for 3 things: compute, storage, network. They'll charge for these 3. You are allocating storage right here, and then you are transmitting the data. You have to charge for the case. Yeah. No problem. Yeah. So interesting part is these guys how they charge is they'll not charge for in data network in they will not charge, but when you're taking that out, right, they'll charge for that. When you're taking the data, right, like you uploaded 1 GB, they won't charge for network in one. If you see the bill, right, if you see the dashboard, you will have a very clearly you uploaded network in 1 GB will be there, but they won't charge for that. They'll charge for network out only. When you withdraw, when you access that data, they'll charge for that. Yeah. No, for networking, they don't charge. For S3 storage, they'll charge. Yeah. Network out, they'll charge. Storage, network out. If you are accessing that out of S3, they'll charge for that.
Hi, sir. I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, if in case if we store the information in one region, it has
Yeah.
some
problem occur, whether we use the same information in other region?
No. So when you store the data, right?
Yeah.
You are storing, like, for example, think that this is the Google
Yeah,
Drive.
so www.netflix.com. So we can store currently into, suppose, India region, Bangalore region. So if there some problem occur, can we use same data in another region like New York or some other places?
Yeah, that is what our job. You have to before building this Netflix something, right? You have to set up in another places and all. Then if there is a problem, right? Let's say, for example, if I want to design the Netflix, first what I'll do, I'll set up in India because it is a critical business, right? I'll set up in the New York also. Whatever the data coming to India, that automatically will be backed up into the New York. That is what our job.
That means whenever we store the information in one particular region, automatically all the regions, the same data will be copied.
Yes, that is perfect. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thanks.
So you should know that how the data center is laying out. There will be separate compute servers, network servers, storage servers will be there. Compute network, you don't care about much. The among important one is the storage. When I say storage, two things important: object storage, block storage. Block storage, we used to install OS and applications. Object storage, we used to store the data. If you want to retrieve some, you got a situation, you need to design some kind of applications. In the old model, everything on the block storage, but since cloud came, it is giving an opportunity. So you have to design that in such a way that, let's say, for example, Naukri application. So when you're uploading a document into Naukri, the resume, the PDF wala or photos, whatever you are uploading, those behind where it will get stored, what is the one you prefer? You guys prefer? Can you guys help me? So someone is uploading into the Naukri application. Where Naukri application will be running, what do you prefer to store those resumes or the photos? Yeah, I mean, where do you prefer? Like,
like S3 Drive.
In Drive, Google Drive.
Where Naukri application will be running, where it will be running.
Hard disk only, block storage only.
So I'll bring a very good keyword for this. This resume content all are called static. Static data. You watch video 100 times, it will be the same video. It doesn't change, right? That such kind of is called static data. So static data, best place to go is the object storage, which is nothing but S3. Please, you will get lot of things, lot of times. You will get, if I take 10 interviews, at least 2 to like minimum 40% time, you will get this question. Where do you store the static data? Static data, nothing but image, videos, these are all documents, PDF. Prefer the S3 one. Yeah. So I'll pass it for today. So you should know that the layout of the data center little I'll cover tomorrow, like maybe 10 more minutes. Then I will enter into the pure cloud area. And this whatever the session, right? I'm recording every day. I'll continue next sessions as well. Yeah. Thank you. I'll say this recording, like I'll inform that the way, yeah, how you get this video. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.